Washington State against Colorado. Washington State, of course, beat Cal last week, but lost ATS, and they have been rolling this year. ATS and Colorado, lost at Arizona last Friday. Not sure what to think here. Colorado is dealing with some injuries as well, and their defense has been terrible since they lost their first game of the season, basically all year. They're getting gashed by big passing games. Is Washington State the play here? What do you think, Joe?
This can only be the feline feature of the week, and you guys know what that means coming up at the end of the analysis. Forget the 28-0 revenge factor for the Buffalo when they were outgained 406 to 174 on the Palouse last year. Forget the super surging motivation. Long is that gone after the terrific break from the gate at 5-0. They've lost their last 4, now standing at 5-4. May not get that bowl ticket even with a tough slate remaining, and have now allowed 40 or more points each of the last 2 weeks. Last time they were on this field, well, that could have been their 6th win of the year. They had the Beaver easily in control on this field in the second half before Oregon State storms back, beats them in overtime 41-34. That could have been the FCB for the season. Final crushing blow. Now we turn our attention to the Washington Cougar, who just keeps rolling behind quarterback Minshew. Seems a gift sent from heaven for Mike Leach in the air raid offense, running a passing attack 397 yards per game in the air. But underrated in the Washington State analysis is that defense that's allowing just 325 yards per game and only 5 yards per play. I think this is a momentum play, a pure momentum play. Washington State going up, Colorado State going down, a manageable number on the road. I believe that the Cougars roar to a convincing victory today. I take Washington State minus the 6 as they continue their drive to the Pac-12 crown.
That's what I was thinking as well, Joe Gavazzi. Washington, Colorado has, a questionable defense to start, and the injuries are starting to mount up for Colorado on defense as well. It's just that, they do still have a strong offensive front, and it's always a little bit risky. They do still have a nice quarterback and a nice passing game, even though, their offensive line is worrisome, and they've got some injuries at receiver now. But betting against Colorado as a home dog is always a little bit nerve-wracking. Ian Cameron, what do you think about this one? Is Washington State an easy play here? It has gotten bet up in their favor.
I'm not in any rush to bet against them. And I was just about to say with Joe Gavazzi, and never gets old here in the animal sounds, I'm going to place a call to the Toronto Zoo. And the Toronto Zoo, I'm going to call them one day and say if they need somebody to pipe in some extra animal sounds during one of their shows, Joe Gavazzi's your man to call. They can hire him on the spot. Your next employee at the Toronto Zoo, Mr. Joe Gavazzi, would be a great thing to see. But nevertheless, in this game, Washington State taking on Colorado. Washington State's playing great football. The question of value, laying 6 on the road, is not necessarily a bargain, but Gardner Minshew's playing great. The defense last week, they stepped up. That was not vintage Washington State offense last week, and yet it was the defense making plays to allow Washington State to beat Cal in that game last week. So you got to like what you're seeing on both sides of the ball. Colorado, again, their offense hasn't been the same. Laviska Shenault, who has been the be-all, end-all of that offense from a playmaking standpoint, has been banged up, been injured. It's not been the same without him. It's been a team trending on the downward trajectory. Yeah, I think Washington State is the way I'd lean in this game. Not official play, but if I'm recommending something, it would be a lean to the road team here as well.
All right, can't disagree. Again, it opened at 4.5. It's now up to 6. -6, -108 is the line we will give Joe Gavazzi.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.